Welcome back to 9446 Network for another diecast review, and today we're going to be looking at Kevin Harvicks' 2021 Mobile One Throwback Ford Mustang for Kevin Harvick and Stewart Haas Racing. And this car here for Kevin Harvick is a throwback to his 2001 Rockingham car before the design was changed in the 2001 Atlanta race, the race that he won. So, of course, if you guys remember, after Dale Sr.'s tragic passing, after the 2001 Daytona 500, they had to come up with another paint scheme for Kevin Harvick for the next race. So what did they do? They replaced the black with the white. Okay, so this was all used to be black, and then all this black here used to be silver. But of course, after the tragic event that happened, they had to change this paint scheme for Kevin Harvick to make it not Dale Sr. And this is what you got here. This is how the car looked at Rockingham. And of course, the design went on to be changed, as I had said, where they had a red number and with some blue on there, which is, I really like that car. But the black and white and red looks really sharp. It's a sharp color combination, and this diecast, it really shows it off. It's just a beautiful looking car, and I feel strange saying that about Kevin Harvick, but hey man, we don't come to these diecast reviews to be biased or anything. We just tell you how it is. And what I'm telling you is, this is an awesome throwback. Number 4, Mustang, Stewart Haas right there, and we say, make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast. We say that for a reason, folks. Look at how crooked the grill and headlight are. Oh my god, this thing looks like a dirt late model car. I mean, what the heck's going on with this? You got Ford right there, Mobile One. You got Harvick's name with the Ford banners right there. Sunoco, Goodyear with the throwback wheels. NASCAR International Race Car for the throwbacks. And you have NASCAR salutes. Number 4 right there. With that I really like that font. We'll get to that in a second later. Kevin Harvick, Ford, Mobile One, Haas, Hunt Brothers, and Rush Truck Centers, Exalta, another sponsor that I've never been able to read on these Haas cars. That right there is definitely one of the other sponsors, but I can't read it. It's next to the Exalta logo. Haas, Mobile One, Hunt Brothers, Jimmy John's Mobile One right there. Mobile One on the back, on the taillight panel. Mobile One with the Michigan license plate with Ford with the 2021 registration sticker. Number 4, Mobile One. Harvick's name right there, and nothing on the roof, just a plain number 4. And of course, like I said, I was going to talk more about this. This is the Richard Childress number 4. This is how it would have looked had he been car number 4 in 2001. But of course, Richard Childress never had a number 4, so they just used the font styling of the 29 for this number 4 to make it look like it was running for RCR. But man, I really like the way that font looks, man. That is a really beautiful font right there with the colors, the black number fill-in with the red outline to it. Absolutely sharp. I really love this Mobile One paint scheme. I kind of like this paint scheme the way it is. Just all white with the stripes like that. I just really like this car. So yeah, that 4, I actually kind of like, I don't know which 4 I like more. The one that he currently runs or this one. I really don't know the answer to that for you. The paint scheme is pretty basic. Like I said, the throwback wheels with the white paint job as the main color they sprayed this car. Black spoiler, black splitter, and of course you have the black stripe that starts across the nose right here. So the front corners of the nose, and it starts out with the red outline or a little red stripe that's slightly a couple inches above the thick black stripe that goes across the side skirts and onto the rear quarter panel with the red stripe. This whole stripe design with this black on the bottom and then the red inches apart from it just goes all the way across from the back, just all sides of the car with the white base. And what more can I tell you? That is really all this paint scheme has to offer. But the point has been made before in the past. The simplistic paint schemes get the message across with some of these sponsors. Mobile One, this car just absolutely looks amazing. I know they could not get the good wrench colors that the car had back in the day. They just threw on the generic Mobile One logo. They did not change the color of it. But if you ask me, I actually like how the color of the logo matches with the whole rest of the paint scheme. So I kind of don't really have a problem with it at all. It actually does look good. So I'm going to give them credit for that one. And that's really all this car has to offer. It's a very simplistic car. But that's the way it was back in 2001 when Kevin Harvick ran this car at Rockingham. And that begs the question, will we get, if Mobile One sponsors him in the throwback race this year, will we get the Atlanta version? because we know this is the Rockingham version. When we get the Atlanta one, we don't know what we're going to get for Harvicks Throwback next year, but this is what we got for 2021, and I kind of really like this car. I mean, this is really cool. This car was duking it out with Kyle Busch's Throwback until Kyle spun out. It was a good battle there for a little while. I know in real life, this car certainly did not have the big spoiler, but the diecast to 164s, they all have the same spoiler, which in the future I would like to see an option. They give us two plastic little things, right? And for the front splitter and the spoiler. I wonder if they can give us the option to change these spoilers out with each diecast. They might be asking for a lot. Who knows? I mean, we, as diecast fans, we're always asking for a lot, considering what we used to get 20 years ago. So we're going to give you guys a 360 view of this car. Obviously, a very, if you're a Kevin Harvick fan, you gotta get this one. I mean, this car's a throwback to when this guy first started in this 4 car, or this 29 car, I should say. Beautiful car, okay? Is this car gonna be made in Authentics? Probably. It's lining up to be, because there's no Busch logos on this car. There would normally be a Busch logo, like, probably, like, right here and there, and, you know, where he usually has the Busch, usually on the roof. Probably that's where it's supposed to be, but like I said, because, like we've been saying, this Gold Series car might be an Authentics. Who knows? I have no idea what it's going to be in the next wave. So that has been your 360 view of this car and your diecast review of Kevin Harvick's 2001 Rockingham throwback right here for 2021. Man, it's so awesome to have this car for the throwback. It's going to look cool at Darlington. I can promise you Kevin Harvick fans that much. And pretty interestingly enough, he had 2 throwbacks. This was his Goodyear 400 throwback, but he ran another throwback in the second Darlington race. And of course, as I predicted before the 2021 season started, the second Darlington race would not be an official throwback race. And guess what? I got that prediction correct. So I figured I'd throw that out there as well. But it's also part of what I was explaining here. Harvick had 2 different throwbacks, and this was the one he ran in the Goodyear 400. The big Southern 500 this year, believe it or not, was not the main throwback race, which just blows my mind to even believe that. That's like, holy crap, that's insane. A lot is changing in NASCAR. So thank you guys for checking out this diecast review. We hope to see you guys in the next diecast review here on 9446 Network. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast. Really.